Welcome to Crawl or No Crawl. This is Carolyn Holzman. Today is February 22nd, day number 537 of this index research project. Now you can find this data, what I'm looking at, on American Way Media. All you have to do is search for Google Index Detector and its top result. I am launching a new rendering test. This is the current rendering time that I tested. Takeabytis is testing, and there may be others. So just want to make sure you understand that second pass when it goes through. That's how long the Google bot will hang around to grab your data, and whatever loads past that, they don't see. Okay, now we did have a Search Console coverage update last night, and it does kind of look like it's on schedule. That was this one here. And then so we're looking at the next one being on the 24th. And yesterday I went through the timeline of the updated Chrome builds for the latest Googlebot crawler agents on the 10th, the 16th, and the 19th. And all of these were mobile. And there is no longer symmetry between, let me just go over here. There's no longer symmetry between the version builds. Normally it'd be like 23 before 24 would be released. They would release a 23rd, but they've so far mobile. Now these are my designations for them. Please don't ask John Mueller, what about MobileBot 24? They won't know what that is, but each one of these signifies a different Chrome build of the crawler agent. So you see we've got 24, 25, and 26, and the desktop stopped at 23. Got a few ideas about that. Now, continuing to see rollback. And yesterday afternoon, I was kind of poking around on the test page keywords, and I started looking for them in quotes. Now, I'm not gonna out my test site, but I will show you what I mean. It's kind of like if I look for a fake keyword, this is what I get. When I surround my fake keyword with quotes, oops, not that one. And don't worry, no page is going to pop up on this. But with one of my test keywords, then if I search for this, all of a sudden my page shows up as if it were in search results. So what does that mean? Okay, so where I'm going with this, I'm designating this right now in the log because I did it yesterday and found the test page from Monday. And I do know that when I search for the URL in quotes, I also see it. So it's possible that this is maybe the route that they go and they're getting stuck somewhere. So let me show you. I went back, and lo and behold, not every day, but this was a day where I guess the new bot got rolled out to more sites. So it's not for everything. So what I've had to do is come up with a designation so I know what's going on, because it's technically not a no, it's just a not yet. So that's why I changed the color to that so that I can track that as we go. And what does this kind of tell us? So considering how much of this same content quality, a lot of people go like, oh, Carolyn, that's a sign of the quality of your content as to why you have to search with quotes. But what are we actually looking at when we search with quotes? So considering how much of the same content quality makes it all the way through the indexation system on sites where the data is compiled by mobile bots, that's that designation smartphone, it doesn't explain the different experience on sites whose data is compiled by desktop bots. Now, Search Console will tell us that content is indexed. And we know that, I guess, being served operationally, I define it as when our content makes it from Google's supplementary index where everything lives, everything that gets published, everything that they have to manage, and pushes it out to the primary index. And that's where we mere mortals can search and find our content by its keywords. So using quotes to find our URLs or using the site : operator, I believe this permits us to look into the supplemental index, the one that didn't make it over to the served part. And it turns out, obviously, it works with fake keywords as well. So that's why I'm going from red to pink. Now, the cool thing for me is also the JavaScript keywords. You know, here these are coming out. These are being tested as live, like 21st and the one today. What I'm trying to figure out is, you know, like Google can only see these fake keywords after the rendering pass. So that seems to indicate that Google has assigned keywords to these test pages. And so now we know that something has made it through crawling. It's got an index. There's been a keyword assigned to it. It just hasn't made its way through the serving system. So that suggests that there is something broken between the index system and the serving system on sites where the desktop bots are responsible for the data. Deliberate or accidental, can't say. So could this just be the next phase of mobile first? Or are we on our path to mobile only? And let me show you the bots. Looking here, like this is the mobile bots over here. This is the desktop bots with the orange headers. So if you look, you kind of see a lot of, like from 21, 22, and 23 over, you sort of see a lack of desktop bots, even on the mobile. Until, this is what caught my eye yesterday, and until we see almost a balanced crawl between the desktop version that I'm calling 23, which matches the mobile version 23. The Chrome builds are the same. So that is interesting to me. And then you can kind of see here we're back to almost crickets in terms of, you know, even for the desktop compiled site. If the desktop bots are responsible to compile the data and they don't come, they're not compiling recent data, is kind of how I'm sort of reading that at this point. Now, if you don't know what your site is designated in Search Console, you can Google how to find the primary crawler of my site. This morning, I should say it was still the first result below an ad. I'll put the link in the description. And just understand your designation doesn't mean your site, as you can tell, is only crawled by that particular bot designation. It just means the data inside your Search Console was compiled by that crawler agent. All right, that's it for today. Get back to work. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you tomorrow.